People are making their points with conviction. We must get to the seat of this fire. Okay? You're basically telling people what to do. Words like you should, you must. These are direct communication components. When you're talking indirect communication, it's more of a discussion. Okay, you're asking questions, you're offering suggestions, you're trying to get other people involved. Okay, you're pulling information from them. Use words like maybe or possibly. Okay, it's a different style of communication when you're looking at direct and indirect. Okay, so in a direct communication model, you'd be seeing things like, I don't like the way you raise that ladder. I noticed a drop off in your performance recently. Is everything okay? Can I show you a better way of doing things? Okay, whereas with indirect communication, okay, don't you think you could have done that better, raising that ladder? How do you feel that you were doing? Okay, there are other ways to do that, don't you agree? So there are what indirect and direct ways to say the same thing. It all depends on what message you're trying to send. All right, is it a message that I need you to pay attention to this, you need to do it right now, or is it a message where I can draw from this discussion and make it more about us sharing information? Okay, and we said we basically said, talked about the difference. Determining when to use direct communication and when to use indirect communication is a personal decision. You need to decide when it's most appropriate. Okay, what's the message you want to send? What's your relationship with the other person? What are you trying to accomplish? Are you trying to accomplish discussion, or are you trying to affect an immediate behavioral change? Okay, and that's going to make the decision as to whether or not you're going to use direct or indirect communication. Okay, is one better than the other? Is direct communication better than indirect? Is indirect better than direct?
Depends on the circumstance.
Right.
Depends on the circumstance, absolutely.
Behavior change, you shouldn't ask a lot of questions.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm the incident commander on an incident and things are not going well and I want to change the tactics or I want to change the strategy, I'm looking for a direct communication. I want to make sure everybody understands what it is I'm saying right now. Okay, if I'm doing an after action and I've got a group of company officers in the room and I'm talking about how the fire progressed and why we got extension into the attic and why we didn't catch it sooner, I'm probably going to use more of an indirect communication because I want information. I want people to share. Okay, I want to get as much discussion as I can about what's going on. Right? So there is differences. Okay, on an emergency scene, direct or indirect?
Correct.
Direct. When coaching someone to think through a process or a procedure to understand the why behind the policy, direct or indirect? Absolutely. Okay, when you need all the involved to collaborate and agree upon a solution, direct or indirect? Depends on what it is you're trying to accomplish, once again. Okay, I need everyone to understand that tomorrow the drill starts at 9 a.m. and everybody needs to be there by 8 o'clock. Am I trying to get everybody to collaborate and agree upon? I absolutely am. Am I using direct? Or, what do you guys think about tomorrow we start to drill around 9? Right? So I can, same goal, okay, but I can use direct or indirect depending on the situation. When delivering negative performance feedback, I think direct is better for the person. Listen, you're not doing well. Don't beat around the bush. Be direct about it. When delivering positive performance feedback, direct is also very good. Although indirect, hey, how do you think you did? I'm not sure. I don't feel real good about it. Well, I thought you did really well. I thought you did a stellar job. So, depends on, once again, the situation, depends on the message you're trying to send, also depends on the person you're communicating with. Some people receive direct better than they received indirect. Okay, some people receive indirect better than they receive direct. But there are some situations that are always going to be very clearly defined. Okay, and you need to know when those are. Learning and doing